Chciałbym was wszystkich usłyszeć! Ja się czuję jak gość 16-letni w trakcie mutacji. Słuchajcie, jak się za bardzo podniecę, to wychodzą bardzo dziwne dźwięki z mojego gardła, coś niesamowitego. W każdym razie jesteśmy już gotowi z kolejnym zespołem na tej scenie. Kolejny zespół z zagranicy. Przyjechali do nas z bardzo daleka, żeby zagrać dla was wszystkich stojących, siedzących koncert. Mam nadzieję, że dadzą wam mnóstwo pozytywnej energii. No przed wami zespół Movin On!
Try to come tempt you and test you. You will find yourself somewhere along the way. Yeah. And if ever you find you're lonely, just remember you can always call on your family. Calling, we will be right there when the skies are gray. Yeah. And then we'll never be far away, no. To run fast to daddy, oh yeah. Run, bum, bum, you better come quick to mommy, oh yeah.
Hi, it's really nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
When was the first time when you heard about Woodstock?
Well, really, I just heard about it when we got booked on it. Yeah, so I just thought, when I saw it, I just thought, wow, it's a massive festival, you know, it's huge. And there was a lot of really cool artists that were playing here. So yeah, it's just something we're happy to be a part of.
you said that you researched this festival. Do you know anything about the ideas, the values of this event?
Yeah, I read about how it was started and the benefits. It benefits the hospital system. But, they actually had all the information up in our green room, so we were reading all about it in there. Yeah.
I didn't think that I will be able to hear you in Poland because I'm really a great fan, and so are all of us.
Well, I
It's
mean,
really fantastic to have you here. And
oh, it's so great to be here. I mean, we never had any expectations of being here either. But all we do is we make music, and we don't have any expectations. We just basically go with the flow, and wherever it takes us is where we go. And we've been blessed, this year to travel all over the world. We've traveled to Australia, we traveled to Central America, we traveled all over the US. We're here in Europe. We have a tour in Canada later this year, so we're just thankful, and we're so blessed to have the opportunity to share this music that's healed us, and to be able to take it everywhere we go and heal people with it. And we just feel blessed and honored for that possibility. And so, we don't have the expectation of saying, I think some people that play music, they have these goals and these dreams of, playing in giant concerts like this, and I think sometimes when you do that, you set yourself up, and then you're not focused on the moment. And for us, whether we're playing for 5 people or 5,000 or 50,000 or whatever, we're still gonna put out the same amount of energy, and we're gonna give everything that we have to its fullness, because we feel like in that moment all we can do is do our best, and that's what carries us on. And so we never have the expectation to play for any amount of people or to travel any distance. We just go where we're called to go, and our path has brought us here. So we're so thankful and so overjoyed to be able to share.
I need a hat to hide under. I need some shoes to fill. I need a coat to curl up in so that I can dream again, and a broken watch so that I can just stand still. Because this whole world is going crazy, I just can't find my place. I got no scheme to come up with, no time to keep up with this rat race. I just wanna make this world a better place for everyone. I don't wanna run in the human race. Doesn't take a lot to get me high. These days seems my troubles just pass me by. It's like I'm walking up in the cloud. I was thinking out loud, just like I was thinking, and the song is coming out. So I bend right down just to tie my shoes. Down on the pavement, it's so hard to keep from getting the blues. But I keep on turning on, singing a triumphant song. Give it love, cause I got nothing to lose. I get the things fast now. People come and people rocking it up the door. I'm learning more with each experience of my heart goes and my blood flows. I'm feeling lighter and lighter. I'm burning brighter like the sun. And I think I like what I have become, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna just sit back, relax, and let the river flow. Take me where it's gonna go. I'm gonna be just like the leaf and let the gentle breeze take me wherever it pleases. Takes quite a lot to keep me low when all around me life surrounds me like a magic show. I can't imagine being born when there's so much left to know. When never stop learning, cause there's always room to grow. And so I've been walking around the city streets, so much division and division, everyone playing for keeps. Every time somebody screws up and every car horn beats, or every corner of the beat policeman grieves. I get attention, know that's what the place where we can go. A bit of a night, a love of a night. You can make a mistake and no one gives a damn, and no one makes your plans of fleeting fantasy or tells you what to be. Oh, I call this new land reality, yeah. Oh, yes. I'm gonna just sit back, relax, and let the river flow. Take me where it's gonna go, yo, yo, Lord.
By creating your music, you want to wake people up and make the change.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. I mean, that's what the music that we've been given is all about. It's about waking people up to the idea that we are all connected, and that, you know, the system makes us believe that we're separate and we're individuals and we need to focus on getting what we want, and you know, it's the idea of I can make my life better by getting ahead of everybody else, by getting more money, more power, moving above other people, stepping on people to get higher. And our idea is the opposite, you know. You don't focus on yourself. You focus on how can I help other people? How can I lift up, you know, my fellow brothers and sisters? How could I lift them up and strengthen them? And in that way, I strengthen myself, because we're all reflections of each other, right? So if everybody else is weak, then we're weak as well. But if we strengthen each other, then we all become strong together.
I need a hat to hide under. I need some shoes to fill. I need need the culture curl up so that I can dream again, and a broken one so that I can just stand still. Cause this world is going crazy, I just can't find my place. I got no scheme to come up with, no time to keep up with this rat race. I just wanna make this world a better place for each and everyone. I don't wanna run. No, 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 no.
Where do you take your energy? What is your battery for these fights and for the creation of music and for life?
Well, you know, we tap into the energy of the universe. I think as healers, there's a universal energy that's available to us, and so, you know, we go out and we tour, we travel. Like I was saying to you, you know, we just traveled about 30 hours from our home. We flew on 3 different flights to get here from Hawaii all the way to Poland, halfway around the world. You know, but we're ready to play because we're energized by the universe, and we know that when we go out and play, the music that we make is a healing and uplifting energy. So as soon as we put it back, as soon as we put it out, it comes back to us stronger and makes us stronger. It lifts up our energy so that when we go to the next place that we play, we're already full of energy and we're, you know, ready to do it all again. So we don't get tired, you know, our batteries don't run out.
Open open up our eyes and see them manipulate me with so much uncertainty and so many mysteries. Why are so few questioning the unnatural state of things? It's a nightmare. We live in a nightmare. Everyone's living so scared. They're virtually unaware of this fear that rules their lives, occupies, consumes their minds. This fear of bankruptcy, financial impotency. It's money, 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 money. It's all this digital currency. It's all this monopoly money that keeps us from ever being free. Oh yeah. So it seems we'll be in this present life. 'Cause if we keep buying, then they'll keep selling the lies. So it's up to
This is a festival which connects the people, different values, and it's actually kind of counterbalance for what's going on in the politics and the government. And this is why I wanted to ask you, because actually Polish situation is kind of similar to American, because there's a lot of going on in the politics, and the right wing is on the rise. So what do you think about the world going crazy? I mean,
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, in America right now, I think it's crazier than ever. You know, you have in our presidential race that's going on right now, you know, the two candidates that it's finally come down to are, it's sort of like it's almost like a fantasy. You know, you have Donald Trump, who's like you know, it's almost like he's just like a character from a TV show, you know. Yeah, and then you have Hillary Clinton, and she's sort of like represents the Democratic Party, but really, you know, they have so much in common, and I don't think any of them are. I don't think either of them are really anybody that I'm connected with wants to be the president. And you know, we had Bernie Sanders, who was actually a potential candidate that a lot of people were behind, and I really resonated with a lot of the things that he stood for the first time, really in any presidential election in my life. He was a candidate that I could actually say, wow, that would be really awesome to have him be president, you know. But really, I understand that in politics, all these things are, you know, these elections, they're kind of like they're like a farce, you know, because really the candidate that's going to actually be elected in the end, I believe, is already decided before they even actually tally the votes, you know. So I don't generally take part in politics, because I believe that it's a system that's designed by the people behind the scenes, you know, the elite, the global elite that are deciding the elections in all the governments all around the world. There's really one group of individuals with an agenda, I believe, that are deciding who really gets elected, and the people that are seemingly in power are just really under the control of that global elite, you know. So and you know, it's the same in Poland, it's the same in England, it's the same in America, it's the same in all the third world countries, you know. And everywhere you look, you know, you have a system where, you know, you look at the American government, and for a long time now, the CIA has been going into countries and replacing the political systems there with puppet political systems so they can control the resources. So something like this is good because it brings people together. And like you said, it's about bringing people together. So as musicians with our music, that's what we do. And we're about bringing people together in our communities because we believe that the reason why there is a system of control in place is because for their system to work, they need people to be controlled. And if you wake people up to the power that's within them and you start getting people to realize, you don't need this system to survive. You don't need to survive off this system. We can create a system in our community and survive outside of that. Then you get people to start taking back the power, and realizing that the system is in place because people, individuals, are the ones with the power. So they create an illusion that the leaders, the politicians, are the ones with the power, and the people with money are the ones that have the power. But really, the only power they have is from the people. They're controlling the people and taking the power away from the people. And the only reason that people don't feel like they're powerless is because they're giving themselves to the system and becoming cogs in a system, working in a system where they're spending all their time working at a job that they don't like, contributing to something they don't believe in because they need money to survive and money to survive in the system. But, it is possible to remove yourself from that, start doing things that you believe in, start contributing to your community, seeking the help of others in your community to support you, and removing yourself from the system, taking your power back.
I change my words. I eat. I own. I get mind in. I rev. They sell. I change my words. I eat. I own. I be the play. Mind control. I see them play, life celebrate. I be change, see manifest, words speak. I fuse, be prince. I make decision. I be it play, mind control. Day I see them play, life celebrate. I be change, see manifest, words speak. I fuse, be prince. I make decision. I be it play. My control in day I see revelate life celebrate. I be change see manifest words speak. I fuse be praise. I make all decision. I obey manipulate my control and in the day that I will see the revelation in my life of celebration. I will be the change I see king manifest the words speaking. I refuse to be imprisoned. I will make my own decisions. I obey manipulate my control and in the day that I will see the revelation in my life of celebration. I will be the change I see king manifest the words speaking. I refuse to be imprisoned. I will make my own decisions. I obey, manipulate, my control. And in the day that I will see the revelation in my life of celebration, I will be the change I see. King manifest the words speaking. I refuse to be imprisoned. I will make my own decisions. I won't be manipulated, my control. And in the day that I will see the revelation, make my life a celebration. I will be the change I'm seeking. Manifest the words I'm speaking. I refuse to be imprisoned. I will make my own decisions. I will be manipulated, my control. And in the day I will seek the revelation, make my life a celebration. I will be the change I'm seeking. Manifest the words I'm speaking. I refuse to be imprisoned. I will make my own demand a permanent holiday. I go with you Saturday. I was gonna slave away. No run, no corporate. I'll be seen. I'm never gonna be a born in there. Manipulation.
wanted to know, when did you start to think like that about system, about life and all this stuff? I mean, it's very open-minded way of thinking. So when it starts?
Well, I think there was a point in my life where I started to realize, it was kind of in my early 20s. I'm 36 years old now, and it was kind of in my early 20s where I made a major shift in music, and it was kind of at a time when, I started to discover Rastafari, and I started to discover, things like, being vegetarian, going vegan. I'm a vegan now, so that plays a major part in my perspective in life, and things like fasting and spirituality. I made that major shift, and when I realized that music is for healing, that was really the major shift. And when I realized a major shift happened when I realized that, when you do healing work, it's not for yourself, it's for others, and so if you make yourself open to it, it'll come through, and you don't need to take credit for it. You don't need to think, this is my work that I'm doing, and and you start to, because I think if you think that way, then you start to think, well, this is my work and I should be praised for it. So, and I think in that way that gift gets taken away. So I think when I realized that it's all just energy, and all these ideas and all this music, all this inspiration, it's not coming from within me. It's coming from the universe, from the Great Spirit, from Jah, And when you open yourself up to it, it just comes through. And I think that was a major turning point for me in my early 20s, where I just changed my perspective on things.
And your advice for other people to be as happy as you are?
Oh, it's the same. Just live in the moment, I mean, take things as they come. Don't wish for too much and focus too much on the future, because then you miss out on what's really real in the moment that you're in. And if you focus too much on the past, it's the same, You end up becoming depressed because you wish you could go back to a way things were, or, So yeah, I think focus on the moment. Always keep your mind open, keep your heart open to new ideas, to learning. Life is about learning, and that's what we're here to do. Our path is about learning, and if you make yourself open to learning, you'll always be happy. But if you close yourself off to it, then you're never going to discover what you're here in this life to do.
Where's all the leaders? Come out of hiding. Where's all the teachers? We need you now. To all the healers, this is a calling. This world is slipping into darkness. Where's all the lovers? Come out and dance now. Too many haters running amok. There's children starving, people are thirsty. The politicians don't give a fuck. Where's all the forests? They're disappearing. They're making way for factory farms. And this wrong direction is so crystal clear, but they just refuse to heed the alarms. But mama's angry, don't mess with mama. There's only so much that she can take. But like a spoiled child, we keep on pushing, but how long before she breaks? And all these fast cars, smartphones and fast food, pushing us faster until the end. And would we trade them just for a moment? A brighter future for our children. Where's all the leaders? Come out of hiding. Where's all the teachers? healers, we need you now. To all the healers, this is a calling. This world is slipping into darkness.
I was wondering, what is your musical inspiration?
Oh, well, you know, musically, I listen to all different kinds of music, but really my inspiration for music comes from life. It comes from my family, my children, my wife, my parents, you know. These are the main people that influence me, because all of that energy and all those experiences go into the music. And the more rich my life is with the experience, the more rich the music is. And I think that that's, you know, I could listen to every kind of music in the world, and I'm so inspired by. There's many musicians that are friends of mine now that inspire me so much. You know, Nako, Trevor Hall, Tubby Love, Paul Isaac. You know, there's just so many out there that I love. You know, Paula Funga. I mean, it's just amazing. There's so many great musicians out there, but really, it's my family that inspires me the most. It's living life, you know. Yeah.
What do you think? What would you do in your life without music?
What would I do in my life without music? Man, what would anybody do?
I don't know. I'm not good at music at
I
all.
can't imagine life without music. You know, you might say I'm not good at music, but music is in everybody. You know, you might think, oh, I can't sing or I can't play an instrument, but everybody thinks that at some point. I thought that at some point, but you know, it's like anything. If you want to do it, you just put yourself into it and you will do it. But, you know, I mean, you appreciate the music that we make, you appreciate a lot of music, so the music is in you. And what would you do without it? What would your life be without it? It's something I can't even fathom, I can't even imagine.
So, thank you again for your music.
Fooling around, being knocked down and playing the clown and it's city like was never meant for me. I got to get back to the country, so I'm gonna spread my wings, fly away. I can stay another day, leave it alone, fall in love, I'm moving on. It's time we move. If you're stuck, you got the groove. Come on and shake that dust off of your bones. You don't want to be left alone, because we've been tricked and fooled for so long, and kept deep down in the Babylon. So listen to your heart and to show you the way, but don't get caught up in hearsay. But because I've been in the fooling around, being knocked down and playing the clown on this city like was never meant for me. I can't take it back to the country. You're Pacific, I'm a good to come to see the policeman. Where this ticket booking this, and he says license, registration and insurance, please. He already knows I ain't got none of these, cause I'm a natural trend, just trying to survive. God knows I ain't gonna work on 9 to 5, but I got to provide for my youth and my wife, and make sure that they live a good life. But Babylon just won't let us be who we really wanna be, and we've been trying for so long. How many more miles till we're free? How many more miles till we're free? Oh, la, 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 la. How many miles? La, 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 la. Jah knows I'm crying from the mountaintops. Oh, I feel set my people free. This fool the ground and play in the ground. I see love is never planned for me. I got to get back to the country. Running up a this mentality. That's what I need. You, but it's